Good morning. Welcome to our February 19, 2026 special magistrate hearing for the Building Division. At this time, if you wish to speak at today's proceedings, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth at today's proceedings? Thank you. You all may be seated. Our first case is on page 9, Senior Inspector Preston Mark, property address 145 Fiesta Way, owner Nodine Motor Co. Inc., case number BE 251-00288. Notice posted at property on 12226, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Villa Inspector.
Good morning, sir. Just 1 second. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Mr. Duty. Justin Fiorelli, attorney for Nodine Motor Company.
Okay. Let me hear from the city, please.
Preston Mark, Villa Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. The case is not complied. The city is requesting that the magistrate find that violations exist and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or a fine of $100 a day thereafter. The respondent is here to speak.
Yes, sir.
We have no objection to the extension. We've been working with Mr. Preston. There's a civil action ongoing where against the contractor.
Okay.
We've entered into a settlement agreement. We're hopeful that this can all be resolved. If not, we will certainly endeavor to get another contractor before that deadline.
Okay, and they're looking for 119 days, which seems a fairly long period of time. All right, I'm going to find that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to June 18th, 2026 to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Our next case is on page 30, Senior Inspector Preston Mark. Property address 735 Northeast 15th Street. Owner, Fang Properties, LLC. Case number BE 2412-0053. This case was first heard on 7/17/25. To comply by 11/20/25. One section complied at $50. Total accrued fines $3,050. The city is requesting to reduce to administrative costs.
Preston Mark, Bill Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case has complied. The city is requesting administrative fees be imposed of $1,007. The respondent is here to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor. I purchased the property and the violations were existing prior to my ownership. Once I became aware of the full scope, I took immediate steps to address them. So over the years, I've retained licensed contractors, pulled permits, scheduled inspections, and so as of now, it's compliant. Because of the purpose of this is to secure compliance, I respectfully ask to consider reducing the fine due to the fact that there was no willful neglect.
Yeah, the city's recommending waiving the fine, but it's limited to administrative costs that they've incurred, which I'm inclined to do. I'll accept their recommendation. I'll reduce it to $1,007, which is the administrative cost.
Okay.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 11, Senior Inspector Preston Mark. Property address 2400 Northeast 25th Place. Owner JDMN 26 Investors 2 LLC. Case number BE 2509-0151. Notice posted at the property on 12626, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Bill Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This property was cited for the following violations: FBC 2023-105.1. The building was illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: the installation of a new AC system, installation of renovation of several units in the building, the replacement of windows and doors, and a water heater replacements. There's also a new slab poured for a patio on site at this property. Second violation was withdrawn. The case was opened 9/18/2025. Inspection report mailed 9/24/2025, and special magistrate notice mailed 11/24/2025. I visited this property to investigate the complaint as noted and met with the house manager, Josh, who indicated that the building was being run as a sober house. During my inspection, I visually observed that several units were remodeled, including kitchens, baths, new doors, windows, etc. There also the new chiller system, which was under construction at the time of my visit. Further research verified that there were no permits pulled for this work. I subsequently spoke with the property owner, representative of the property owner, and also a representative of the business which operated at this location, Recovery Unplug. They have been very cooperative and is in the process of obtaining the required permits. The city is requesting that the magistrate find that the violations exist and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or a fine of $100 a day thereafter. The respondents are here to speak.
Okay, for the record, FBC 2023-111.11 is being withdrawn. Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay. Yes, sir. State your name, please.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Good morning, Martin Hutnall. I represent the JDMN, have POA. So we're working with Recovery Unplugged and their contractor to fulfill all the violations that are existing, and we would like the extension of time to do so.
Well, what they're doing is they're looking to an order be issued that finds that the violation exists, but they're looking to give you 119 days to get the permits and things that you need to do. So, okay.
Yes.
And I'm inclined to do that. I'll find that the violation does exist. I don't think you're disputing that. And I'll give you until June 18th, 2026 to come into compliance. What was the fine amount recommendation?
$100 a day.
$100 a day.
Okay.
Okay, and stay in touch with the code officer.
Will do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 31, Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 244 Southwest 23rd Street. Owner Victor Alejandro Bonnet, Maria Teresa Gallo, case number BE 2407-0155. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
Yes.
Are you translating as well?
Good morning. State your name for the record, if you would, please.
Maria Galo.
Okay. And you're okay with this gentleman acting as your interpreter? Okay.
Do you swear and affirm to tell the truth, to translate from Spanish to English and from English to Spanish? Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good morning. Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case. The case number as read. The case is not complied. I will let the speak.
Okay. Sí, estamos haciendo un permiso con la ciudad para legalizar el gazebo. Hemos tenido algunos problemas mi marido tuvo stroke y familiares y por eso se demoró un poquito, pero ya hace más de un mes se aplicó el permiso.
Okay, she said that they already applied for the permit, but last month her husband had a stroke,
Okay.
so she has been dealing with that, and she's requesting more
How
time.
much additional time does she need?
¿Cuánto tiempo más necesita?
Creo que 60 días o
60 days.
City opposed to 60 days?
City agree with 56 days extension.
Okay. All right, I'll extend the time for compliance for 56 days, which would be April 16th, 2026. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time. Are you looking for a notice to reappear?
Yes, please.
Okay, there'd be an order to reappear at that time.
Te dieron 56 días y tienes que volver a la próxima corte. Sí.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 28, property address 1801 South Andrews Ave. Owner 1801 Associates LLC, case number BE 23090063. This case was first heard on 3/21/24 to comply by 9/17/24. One section not complied at $100. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $51,900, which continues to accrue.
Good morning. You state your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Greg Bruton. Good
What's
morning.
your relationship to the owners?
I'm the consultant to the owner, authorized consultant, here to request an extension of time of
All right,
180.
let me hear from the city if I
Okay.
could.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Chief Martinez, representing the city, case and address as read. The case is not in compliance, but I'm going to allow the respondent to speak.
Yes. Yes, as I was stating, we're currently under review for demolition of the building. The building is vacant. We're under the process of tree removal permits and things of that nature, so we're requesting an extension of time to complete that process.
No, at all. We allow a 120 extension, 120 days extension.
120?
Yeah.
All right.
119. The building is unoccupied, so.
All right, I'll grant an extension of 119 days. I'll extend the time for compliance to 119 days, which would be June 18th, 2026. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time. You want an order to reappear?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 23. Chief Martinez, property address 6245 North Power Line Road. Owner 6245 Holdings LLC. Case number BE 2506-0251. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25. Posted at Waynesboro Boulevard on 2526.
Good morning,
Good
Your
morning.
Honor.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Salvador Hasbun.
And what's your relationship to the owner?
I am the owner of the property.
I missed that.
I am the owner of the property.
Okay. Could you pull the microphone down a little bit? There you go.
Sure.
Okay. Yes.
Good morning, Chief Martinez, representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got the report with me. This report is finished like 2-3 weeks ago. So I don't know, you say $100 a day from...
Your Honor, I explained to him that he needs to submit the report. For now, he's going to get 42 days, and those 42 days, he needs to submit the report, and if the case that there are no repairs required, we will comply the case, and he doesn't need to worry about it. But for now, it's 42 days.
But you're looking for a fine amount after that.
$100 per day thereafter, but he has the report. It's already done.
What he's looking for. Hey, folks, if you're here, don't. It's kind of hard to hear up here with everybody talking. Thank you. If you haven't submitted the report, you need to do that. And I know what they're going to typically do. In each case in which somebody has not submitted a report, they're going to give you an additional 42 days, which would be April 2nd of this year, or a fine of $100 a day. And as he said, if the report shows that no repairs are needed, the case is complied. If repairs are needed, we'll deal with that at the time. Okay?
Yeah, everything is finished.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing.
But it has to be formally submitted.
42 days.
42 days, right.
Or $100
April
per day
2nd.
thereafter.
Yeah, but my question, what is my fine? Is any fine?
You're not being fined.
Okay, beautiful.
But you will be if you don't submit the report
I
within the
understand.
42 days.
Thank
There
you,
we go.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 25. Senior Inspector Alexander Boris, property address 1612 Southwest 12th Court. Owner Ryan and Christina Tucker, case number BE 24040093. This case was first heard on 1/16/25 to comply by 5/15/25. Fine suspended as noted. One complied at $50. Total accrued fine $6,250.
Yes, sir. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Good morning, Ryan Tucker.
Okay. Yes, I'll hear from the city, please.
Good morning. Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, updating you on case number and address as read. Property was cited for violation of Florida Building Code 2023, Section 1, work without permit for addition, carport enclosure, exterior door, alterations to accessory structure, including roof structure replacement. Case is now complied. Respondent is here to speak.
Yes.
Yes, good morning. This has been a long process, about 18 months. We've paid quite a bit of money already with the variance process needed, which actually that carport wasn't closed before we even owned the house. We did some addition to it. But so with the zoning board, we've paid quite a bit of money
I'm
already.
curious, did they grant you the variance?
They did grant me the variance.
Okay, let me
yes.
ask the city, you're looking for administrative costs in this? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir. Administrative cost.
What they're looking to do is to waive the fine amount, but recoup their administrative costs, which are $1,770, and I'm inclined to do that, okay?
Okay, great.
So I'll issue an order which finds that it's in compliance, waive the fine, and $1,770 will be imposed as administrative cost.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 33. Inspector Severian Onescu, property address 3100 Northeast 49th Street. Case number BE 25060071. Owner Royal Mariner of Fort Laud, Inc. This case was first heard on 12/18/25 to comply by 2/19/26. One section not complied at $200.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning. Attorney Jeremy Apostrophe with Haber Law. We're general counsel for the association.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Inspector Severian Onescu for the city, presenting the case and address as read. This case does not comply, and the city is requesting to impose fines.
Yes.
I will allow the respondent to speak.
Yes.
Good morning. On behalf of the association, this was a recertification case. They were working on recertifying the building. The permit that expired had to do with concrete restoration, window replacement, and painting. The contractor that was hired, there's a lawsuit going on now against this contractor. The contractor was hired. They installed windows to the tune of $5 to $6 million, and those windows immediately leaked. The association started to try to negotiate with the contractor. Ultimately, they had to terminate them and are now seeking bids from new contractors to do the work. There is also pending litigation. There are depositions scheduled today in that litigation and a mediation in beginning of June. So we're asking for more time. They are not waiting in the process. They have sought bids from contractors. We now have 3 bids. They've just received leveling of those bids from the project engineer and are still moving forward, but the
you're not anticipating that compliance would be at the end of the litigation, would you?
At the end of the litigation, the work that will bring this project into compliance, we're hoping the mediation will resolve this in June.
Because you could litigate for quite a while.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the parties are closer to an agreement, but we're not there yet.
How much time are you looking for?
I'm looking to get past that June mediation date. I know your 119 days would put us in mid-June, so if I could seek that time.
You opposed?
The city does not oppose that.
Okay, I mean, the case was heard for the first time in December, so I'm inclined to grant the additional time.
And probably in order to appear, Your Honor, just in case the lawsuit
Do an
doesn't
order to
settle.
repeal. Okay, so the time will be extended to? The extension time is different than the hearing date? Yes. Okay, but I'll extend it 119 days, and if you just tell me what the hearing date is, we'll do that, okay? I'm going to extend it to June 18th, 2026, and when's the hearing date? All right, so to reappear on the July 16th.
Okay.
If necessary, assuming
Okay.
it isn't complied.
So we're not going to be running a fine from that June 18th date to the July 16th. That's the concern, is that they're. If I could get a compliance date, maybe
Well, I can
past
do
the
day
July.
before. Okay. 147-day extension would be July 16th.
47 to July 16th?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And we'll reappear on that date. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 27. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez. Property address 2346 Southwest 17th Ave, 1-2. Case number BE 24070005. Owner Luis Ramos Guet. This case was first heard on 5/15/25 to comply by 9/18/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requested to impose the full amount of $7,650, which continues to accrue.
Morning, sir. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Daniel Ray. I'm the engineer representing Mr. Ramos.
Okay.
Inspector Martinez, updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. I'm going to let the respondent speak.
My client has since then applied for the applicable permits. Unfortunately, when he applied for the permits, he had to leave out of town on an emergency.
When did he apply for the permits?
About 6 months ago or 5 months ago. But he received a comment from the city saying there was an application that was missing, so the permit was never removed from the intake to the review process. Unfortunately, he was out of town, so he didn't see the notice. We have now since complied and we submitted, so we would like to request an extension.
When did you resubmit?
About a week ago or so, like 2 weeks ago, it was resubmitted. The reviewers haven't reviewed the permit yet, but I think it'll probably take around 6 months, maybe. 2 months.
6 months?
60 days. I think it'll probably take like 60 days.
The city won't oppose to a 56-day extension.
I'll extend the time for 56 days, which would be April 16th. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time. Do you want an order to reappear or not?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Our next case is on page 32. Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti. Excuse me. Dang it. Property address 1620 Southwest 5th Street. Owner Yana Mearson. Case number BE 241-00109. This case was first heard on 7/17/25. To comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
For Spanish?
Oh, one moment. Alex or... Oh, I'm sorry. Alex, can you translate for me, please?
Yes.
Alex, do you swear and affirm to tell the truth, to translate from Spanish to English and from English to Spanish? Thank you.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complied. One of the violations is not complied. The seawall is already with permit. It was issued in February 18, and the tiki is still there without permit. I will let the respondent to speak.
I'm sorry, where's the seawall? What's the status of the seawall?
The seawall it was rebuilt and without permit.
Okay.
Already applied for a permit, and the permit is issued.
Permit's been issued for the
Yeah.
seawall. The permit has not been issued for the tiki hut?
Only the tiki hut, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
¿Cuál es su nombre? William Rojas. ¿Quién?
¿Usted entendió lo que él dijo?
Sí,
¿Entendió?
sí, ya le entendí.
Ok, solo falta, el caso no está en compliance, falta un permiso para el Tiki Hut.
Ya.
Lo que hoy es para imponer las multas. ¿Qué le está pasando? ¿Usted quiere hablar, explicar por qué no tiene permiso todavía el Tiki Hut?
Bueno, inicialmente yo soy general contractor, hice el permiso para el seawall. No sabía lo del Tiki House, que pues lo hizo el inquilino, ¿cómo le dirá? Sin consentimiento del dueño de la casa.
¿Usted no es el dueño?
No, yo soy solamente el general contractor.
So he's the contractor. He was not aware of the Tiki Hut. Apparently the Tiki Hut was built by the tenant, and he was not aware that there was a second part to that violation.
All right, so we got to start from scratch on the tiki hut, pretty much, right? In terms of submitting plans or whatever else you got to do.
I will inspect the tiki tomorrow. I received a call from the tenant this morning. I scheduled inspection for the tiki tomorrow
Are you
morning.
opposed to an extension of time?
Yes, we agree with an extension, 56 days extension.
56 days. He's got to submit. He hasn't submitted the permit yet for it, right?
Usted no ha metido ninguna aplicación para el Tiki Hut, ¿verdad? No.
All right, I'm going to find that the violation exists.
Yes.
Well, actually, this is a hearing to impose the fine. So I'll extend the time for compliance till April 16th. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time.
Probably going to need an order to reappear, Your Honor, because if it's not removed, the inspector has advised it's in the setback, so he's probably going to need to go for a variance. If you could tell him that.
All right, and there'll be an order to reappear.
Okay, le van a dar una extensión de 56 días, van a parar la multa y una orden de regresar en 56 días. El problema es que es posible que el chiquijo esté en el setback.
Sí, hay que hacerle.
Sí, ok. ¿Entendió todo lo que ellos le dijeron? Ok.
When's the hearing date? Okay. April 16th.
Abril
Okay.
16.
Sí, abril 16. Okay.
Okay.
Listo.
Okay.
All right,
you.
thanks. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for your help.
Our next case is on page 30, Senior Inspector Preston Mark, property address 2230 Northeast 56th Place, 205, owner Kevin Martell, case number BE 24030037. This case was first heard on 11/21/24 to comply by 3/20/25. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. City is is requesting to impose fines of $5,900.
Person marked Bill Inspector for the city presenting case and address is read. This case has complied. The city is requesting administrative fees of $1,185. The respondent is here to speak.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I just want to say that this has been a very long process. Ever since day one when I met Mr. Preston Mark, I did everything I could to come into compliance.
The city's looking to waive the fine and impose just the administrative costs. That's their recommendation, which I'm inclined to accept. The administrative costs will be $1,185. That's their costs. So I'm going to waive the fine, issue an order which requires you to pay the administrative costs. Okay?
Okay, if there's, I was hoping I could get a reduction in that, but if that's not possible, whatever your decision is I'm fine. I'm just glad that I'm finally, I've been in contact with Mr. Mark since day one. I've probably talked to him 100 times.
And Your Honor, I can support the fact that he has had 3 contractors take his money.
3 contractors take his money?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to reduce the administrative cost to $250.
I really appreciate that.
You got to do a better job picking your contractors.
Oh, it's been, I'm barely alive
Good luck
right
to you.
now.
Thank you.
very
Good luck
much.
to you.
Thank you, Mr. Mark.
Our next case is on page 29. Senior Inspector Preston Mark, property address 309 Southwest 25th Terrace. Case number BE 25020001. Owner Mitchie Owens. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Mickey Owens.
Preston Mark, Bill Inspector for the city presenting case and address is read. This case is not in compliance. The city is requesting an extension given the fact that the respondent has been on active duty and has been working with me. He's been very cooperative, and I believe the city can support giving him the extension to get these permits issued. The respondent is here to speak.
Yes.
How much time are you looking for?
91 days.
91 days.
The permits are ready to be issued. I just need the inspections through Lauderdale.
They're recommending 91 days. I'll do that in case something comes up during the inspection. You got to deal with that potentially.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they may discover something during that. So. All right, I'll extend the time for compliance to May 21st, 2026.
Yes, sir. Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 32. Senior Inspector Jose Saragusi, property address 1236 Northeast 16th Ave. Case number BE 24110165. Owner Robert Canjanaspil Pisau. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, sir. State your name for
Hey,
the
good
record.
morning. Robert Kanjanapasan.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not comply. I will let the respondent to speak.
Yeah, so we're just looking for an extension at this point. The property, when we bought it, this was the condition it was in. So when we found out it was not in compliance, we've been working with the inspector to get it resolved. So we submitted the last bit of permits that need to be approved. So once that goes through
When did you do that?
last week. So we've submitted multiple permits, and I guess this was the last one. So we've been working. This was the last one. So we just need an extension, and then as soon as it goes through, we're ready for inspection.
City
Everything's
opposed to
done.
an extension?
No, city agree with 56 days extension.
56 days?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll extend the time for compliance to April 16th, 2026. I'll suspend the fine amounts during that period of time.
Okay.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to
Next case on page 26, Inspector Andrew Gebbia, property address 820 Southwest 30th Street. Owner, Yolaine Petit Frere. Case number BE 24060016. This case was first heard on 1/16/25 to comply by 3/20/25. Fine suspended as noted. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $13,950, which continues to accrue.
Morning, ma'am. State your name for the record, please.
My name is Yolaine Petit Frere.
Okay?
Andrew Gebbia, building inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case is not complied. The city is requesting the fines be imposed. The respondent is here to speak.
My son is coming. Give me a second.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
You state your name for the record, please.
Andrew Joman.
Okay, that's your mother there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, what would you like to say?
I don't have nothing to say. I want to see what's going on.
I'm sorry?
I said I don't have nothing to say. I came to the court date.
Well, they're looking to impose the fine. There's a $13,950 fine, and apparently the property's still not in compliance. So do you have any idea why it's not in compliance?
They told me it was too big.
It's not approved.
After I submitted everything, they told me it was too big.
So
What was too big?
The shed.
Okay. It was heard on January 16th, 2025. What's happened since that day?
We turned in all the permits. We turned in everything. Only thing they said that the shed was too big. That's the only thing.
the permit was submitted, and it wasn't approved. Why it wasn't approved, I'm not really sure at the moment. I thought it was the location, not the size.
When did they, you thought it was the location,
Yeah.
not the size? Okay.
Yeah.
Was it in the setback?
We turned in
Yeah.
the land survey. We turned in the land survey. We did it.
Yeah, but I don't review that. I was just reading what
I
was
understand
there.
review, but it's in the system. I thought
It is
was-
definitely in the system,
Okay,
yes.
so it's a process to be reviewed.
All right, why don't we
isn't
do
it?
this? Why don't we just grant some additional time? When did you submit this?
Last year sometime?
Your Honor, I was going to suggest maybe, can you look, maybe you can speak to our assistant building
wanna table
official? Can we just pass it and then call it back? Because
We're gonna, what,
I think there's some confusion. If it's too big, then it's going to have to be removed, or you
I
can
think
go.
they're talking about, look,
for-
look. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna table it, and you guys can talk about it over there. We'll get some more information. We'll bring the case back. But I'm gonna take some other cases while you guys talk and sort of sort out where you're at. Can you do that over there, please? Thank you. Okay, what's next?
Our next case is on page 31. Senior, no, it's not. We're going to move to page 1. Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., property address 2425 Northwest 67th Court. Case number BE 25070258. I'm sorry, can we take this conversation? Hello? Can we take this conversation outside, please? Thank you.
Thanks, Rose.
Owner Joseph L. Bertuccio, homestead exempted, Amber Armelino, sorry. Case number BE 25070258. Notice posted at the property on 12/29/25, posted at 1 Eastborough Boulevard, 2526.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Amber Armelino.
Okay, let me hear from the city.
Good morning, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of the city. Case and address as read. This case was first opened on July 29, 2025, and the following violation was observed. 9-1D, any violation of the Florida Building Code shall be a violation of this section and punishable as provided for in this section. There is construction work at this property that was started or completed without obtaining the required permits, consisting of but not limited to metal canopy, shade structure located on side yard. An inspection report given 30 days for compliance was mailed out on July 29, 2025. Re-inspections conducted on September 2nd, 2025, October 2nd, 2025, and November 3rd, 2025, and the violation remained. Therefore, it was scheduled for the special magistrate hearing on November 4th, 2025. Owner has been in contact with myself and the city staff throughout the course of the case. It was determined by zoning that the canopy structure did not meet the setback requirements where it was currently installed. The owner had to apply for a variance with the city, which was approved on February 11, 2026, under number PLN-BOA-2512-0004. Now that the variance has been approved, the owner still needs to obtain the issued permit for the canopy structure. As of yesterday, there is no application in our system for the permit yet, so the violation still remains. City is requesting 119 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
If somebody applies for a variance, you don't accept a building permit application during that period of time, do you?
No,
Not before, no.
Someone said no. Okay.
I did because they advised I couldn't apply for the permit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why we had to wait this entire time. We've gone through this process since October, and my fiance reached out to Wilson on August 4th. As soon as we received the violation in the mail, like we've been actively communicating.
Yeah, I got it. They're looking to give you 119 days. Now that the variance has been granted,
Correct, yeah.
they're looking to give you 119 days to come into compliance, okay, which would be June 18th, 2026. What was the recommended fine amount?
$50 a day.
$50 a day. Stay in touch with the code officer if you run into issues.
Oh, yeah, we have.
I imagine you have. All right. Thank
It's
you.
been a long, lengthy process. So
I can
thank you.
imagine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Our next case is on page 31. Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti, property address 633 Northwest 15th Ave, owner Ravash Properties LLC, case number BE 241-00057. Notice posted at, this case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $100. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $9,000, which continues to accrue.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning. My name is Sarah Thompson. I'm attorney for the property owner.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not comply. I will let the respondent to speak.
Thank you. So good morning.
Good morning.
I know this has been a long time coming. Just for a refresher, I'm not sure if you were the magistrate who was on this originally, but the property owner, the property owner acted under the belief that this many units were permitted on the property based on a zoning confirmation letter that they received from the city confirming that this many units was permitted on the property. So from that moment that they were informed that they could only have a quadruplex, they began moving their tenants out. So I believe it started with 11 tenants. We're now down to 4. So those 4 tenants' leases end, I believe, in May, and the property owner didn't feel that it was right to evict them any sooner. It is low-income housing, so they wanted to give them time to find other housing accommodations.
City, have a response? When were you hired?
I'm one of the associates at the firm, I believe in the last few months, but I can't speak to that exactly.
Honestly, we didn't have any contact with for this case. We talked in the beginning with a realtor. After that, another realtor. Now is a lawyer here. But also, I made an inspection last week, and I saw people living there. I don't know how many units, but still more than 2-3 apartments, I think, at least.
I believe there's 4 tenants left.
4 tenants for that one. I don't know.
Whose leases do run out in May, and they're not re-signing. They're not allowing them to re-sign.
It's a quadruplex, though. Isn't that what it would be approved as?
Yes, I believe
so. You've
so.
got 4 tenants. It's a quadruplex.
I believe
So I don't understand why you have to wait for them to leave. Can't they stay if it's going to be a quadruplex?
I think they're going to end up tearing down the property. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, well, that's a separate issue.
Okay.
So it's really not the lease. It's not really the lease, it's that you want to tear the property down. That you have, it was apparently 9 units, and now you have 4 tenants.
4 tenants.
Which is what
In the
was
properties,
approved. So they don't have to go, I don't think. I'm not going to, don't quote me on that, but if it's, the lease issue doesn't seem, I don't understand that issue. They can stay. If your plans are you want to tear it down, you're looking for additional time to do that.
they need to apply for the demolition permit.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I think part of the challenge would be that since it was illegally subdivided, for the approved 4 units to 9 units, obviously with no permits, without knowing where these 4 tenants remain, they could still be in an illegally subdivided unit, which could be unsafe. So it's,
I can't go to May.
yeah, I know. It's a conundrum.
But this isn't a case that, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but this case, they weren't cited for failure to have work without a permit. They were cited for the occupancy numbers.
Correct.
I mean, I'm inclined to give you a little bit of time, but the private leases can't dictate it. I'll give you 42 days, which would be April 2nd.
Okay, understood.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mine will be
Excuse
suspended
me.
during that period of time.
At this
Hold on,
time,
just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Do you want to do an order to reappear? Does the city want, you want an order to reappear? There'll be an order to reappear, April. 40. Okay. 56 days. It'd be April 16th. I'm suspend the fines during that period of time. Order to reappear. 56. Yeah, 56.
okay, at this time, we will recall the case on page 26, property address 820 Southwest 30th Street, case number BE 2406-0016.
You're back.
Oh, why you adding someone? Get a new thing.
Yes.
I'm a question of 91-day extension.
City opposed?
No, we support that, definitely.
Okay. I'll extend the time for compliance for 91 days. That would be May 21st, 2026. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's okay.
Our next case is on page 7, Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti. No. We're going to move to page 17, Chief Martinez. Property address 1625 Southeast 10th Ave. Owner, Runaway Bay Condo Apartments, Inc. Case number BE 2506-0131. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25. Posted at 1 Eastborough Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Luis Velo. I'm the licensed property manager for our Runaway Bay condominium.
Okay.
Good morning, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Leonardo Martinez. Case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting a report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 a day thereafter.
Yes,
Okay. Our issue is that we did complete the report. The report was completed on November 25th, and the engineer has been having some issues uploading the report to Lauderdale, and that is, but according to a document that I have here, the report was uploaded on 2/12, but I will verify that with the engineer, and an extension will be appreciated.
Okay, I'll extend the time for compliance for 42 days, which would be April 2nd. You want to, in each of these, are you going to be looking for an order to reappear?
No, sir.
Okay. Extend the time to April 2nd. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next case is on page 7, Senior Inspector Jose Saragusti. Property address 1309 Southeast 1st Street. Owner, Sandra L. Massey and George E. Massey. Case number BE 2509 0077. Notice posted at the property on 1526, posted at 1 East Royal Boulevard on 2526.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
George Massey.
Okay.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, presenting the case as read. The property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2023, Section 105, for 3 kitchens and 3 bedrooms, bathroom renovations, also 3 front doors. This case was opened on September 9th, 2025. Inspection report was mailed on September 11, 2025, and scheduled for a hearing on November 4th, 2025. I have been in contact with the property owner and the architect. They are building permit in process, but they are missing the plumbing and electrical permit. We are asking the magistrate to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 119 days to comply, or a fine of $50 per day thereafter. I will let the respondent to speak.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable.
All right, I'll find that the violation exists. It doesn't seem to be in dispute. The respondent will be given until June 18th, 2026 to come into compliance or face fine of $50 a day. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jose.
Our next case is on page 27. Chief Martinez, property address 609 Northeast 13th Ave. Owner, Park Place Condo, Inc. Case number BE 240703332. This case was first heard on 2/20/25 to comply by 8/19/25. One section complied at $100. Total accrued fines $9,600. The city is requesting to vacate the order imposing fine of $11/20/25 and reimpose for administrative cost of $1,275.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, how are you? Here's our board president, our community manager, and the general manager for the building. I know that the inspector was working originally with William Vega, and we are in compliance. We just wanted to ask if we can have the administrative costs reduced more than the $12.75 because we're a non-for-profit association, so funds are a little tight.
You're from the city.
Chief Martinez, representing the city, case and others as read. I will allow you to make the decision.
Why do you want the administrative? I mean, we're waiving the fine. Let's point that out. $9,600. So now we're talking about the administrative costs?
Yeah, if there's an opportunity to waive
Why,
it for the association, because for cost, we don't have that amount of money in the budget to pay the administrative costs. So if it's able to be reduced, we'll accept
Well, it's
it.
able to be reduced if I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to get a reason. I mean, no one comes here and says, I have lots of money and I'm okay with it.
Right.
So everyone, and I understand that. I'm not trying to be snarky here. But I'm looking for some reason to mitigate it other than the fact that it's expensive.
Yeah, well, no. How many units do you have?
19.
May I add something, please?
Yeah, just a minute. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
No, I just said that I think it's fair from $9,600 to.
Okay. Yes.
The second issue is that this is not the entire fault of the association or the management, because basically we received the results of the structural and electrical permits late from the company that we paid to do it, and we've been basically trying to deal with that. We did all the work on before time, and also there were minor repairs that we have to do. So really, we are not entitled in default. The company.
It's been 90. Okay, well, but again, that's between you and the company. It's 90. But it's 96 days.
Yeah, but we always have in conversation that point. We always discuss that and ask to the inspectors more time, and they were aware. We have documents on emails and conversations with the inspectors that the company that it was providing that, the engineers, they didn't provide the results that they were approved, and they were everything was fine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to impose the administrative costs. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 6. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 2615 Northeast 17th Street. Owner Valerie Angelini and Kevin J. Taylor, case number BE 25090038. Notice delivered via personal service on 12126. Notice posted at 1 East Royal Boulevard on 2526.
You state your name for the record, please.
My, excuse me, my name.
You can pull that down. There you go.
Valerie Angelini Taylor.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? We'll hear from the city.
Building Inspector Martinez for the city, presenting case number and address as read. Permits were left to expire as stated in today's agenda, and as of 2/17/2026 remain expired. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance within the next 119 days or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
Yes, ma'am.
We had our, well, I'll fast forward to where we're at now. We did get a new permit application for, I believe, the letter of masonry. I think that's what we're looking for, yes? To see the roof attached to the...
Okay, this is
Typings?
just for an expired permit. They already applied for the renewal.
Yes.
Yeah, they're looking to give you 119 days. Additional 119 days to come into compliance.
Okay. And
Which would be, that would be June 18th
yes.
of this year.
And I believe that would work for us. We are unable to get the masonry letter by contacting the engineer, so we're planning to have the walls x-rayed so that you can see the...
No, okay, so at this moment, the only thing you need is to renew the permit.
If the permit, if the permit is issued, are they in compliance?
Was
The
issued.
application.
So it got
No, I know,
expired.
it was expired. I got that. But when if they're applying to have it renewed or get a new one, is compliance in this case when the permit's issued or was when the work's approved?
No, issued.
Issued, okay. Do you understand that?
No, I'm saying...
Okay, and if I misstate something, correct me.
Okay.
This is a permit that was issued once, it expired, so it has to be renewed, and I don't know whether that's a new permit or the same permit's renewed, I'm not quite sure how they do it. They're looking to give you 119 days to do that. The case is complied when the permit's issued, not necessarily when the work is approved. That could be a separate issue if the work isn't done correctly. But the case itself would be resolved simply upon issuance of the new permit. And I think 119 days seems more than reasonable to do that.
We already have a permit application in place.
Okay,
as
we
of
should be
3
good then.
weeks, and I believe it has been received by the city.
So let's finish here, and we can talk, and I can explain to you exactly what you have to do.
Okay, thank you very
Right.
much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Do you want an order to reappear or not?
No.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Our next case is on page 4. It's a new business case. Inspector Andrew Gebbia, property address 2855 West Commercial Boulevard. Owner, Lauderdale Commercial Boulevard Partners, LLC. Case number BE 25090180. Notice posted at the property on 12226, posted at 1 East Royal Boulevard on 2526.
Good morning.
Good morning, Magistrate. Sydney Satz, attorney on behalf of the property owner.
Okay.
Good morning. Andrew Gebbia, building inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This property was cited for violation of the Florida Building Code 2023-105.1. Work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to a kitchen remodel in the common area of the building. This case was opened up on 9/24/2025. The inspection report was mailed on 9/25/2025, and this special magistrate was scheduled on 11/4/2025. While conducting an on-site inspection on 7/14/2025, we observed a new kitchen coffee bar area installed in the main common area of this building. This kitchen consisted of refrigeration units, sinks, coffee bar area, recessed lighting, some structural, electrical, plumbing, and mechanical. The kitchen coffee bar area was installed without a permit. I have recently spoke to the contractor as well as Sydney, and the permits are submitted, all of them, and he's working on everything. So the city is requesting the magistrate to find that the violations exist and to grant the property owner 119 days to come into compliance or a $100 a day fine thereafter.
How does your contractor do that and not pull a permit? I'm just a little baffled by that.
So,
I mean, it's
from
not
what
like
I
he or
understand-
she wouldn't know that they need a permit.
Sure. So from what I understand, this kitchen was done prior to the current owner's purchase. It was there when they purchased it. There was a permit that was applied for by the former owner.
Okay.
We have now resubmitted a new permit. We tried to do a change of contractor. There were some issues.
It was there when you got there?
Yes, that's
All
correct.
right. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm just trying to
No, no,
understand how
no.
you got there.
No.
All right. So they're looking to do 119 days, which would be June 18th, 2026, or a fine. What was the fine amount?
$100.
$100 a day.
We have no opposition to that
All right.
extension.
You want an order to reappear or not?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Good luck
I'm
to
just
you.
going to say parenthetically for the record that I was out at that inspection, strangely enough, and that is brand new stuff. I don't know when the property owner took over, but
When did you take over?
They took over, I believe, I think 2022, perhaps 2023,
And then
in the
maybe-
last few
All
years.
right. That doesn't seem consistent with
But
what
that
Absolutely
permit,
not.
there was a permit application that was submitted prior to their ownership.
Yeah, all right, let's just do-
It is in the city's records.
Yeah, but you just told me that it was the prior owner, and apparently wasn't the prior owner that did it.
It was, the last permit was submitted by the prior owner, not the current owner,
All right.
during their
119
ownership.
days. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Magistrate.
Just for correction, I stated the case number was something else, but it's actually BE 25090190. Thank you.
Noted.
Our next case is on page 28. Chief Martinez, property address 3200 North Ocean Boulevard, owner La Hermitage 2 Condo Association, Inc., case number BE 23080248. This case was first heard on 3/21/24 to comply by 9/17/24. One section complied at $100. Total accrued fine $6,300. The city is requesting to reduce to administrative costs of $1,275.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, McLean Pagnotti.
Okay.
Chief Martino representing the city.
Sorry,
Case
your
analysis.
your relationship with the owner is what?
Is director of the board.
Got it. Thank you.
Chief Martino representing the city. Case analysis as read. The case is in compliance. City is just requesting administration cost. I'm going to allow the respondent to speak.
I'm sorry, did you say you were going to waive the
Right.
fine?
No,
What
no.
they're recommending is to waive the fine, but they want to recoup their administrative costs, which are $1,207.
We're in agreement with
I'm
that.
inclined to do that. Okay, there'll be an
Thank you.
order.
Thank
which
you.
does that. Good
Thank
luck
you.
to you.
Our next case, Senior Inspector Preston Mark on page 29, property address 536 Northwest 13th Ave, owner Home Inc. LLC, case number BE 24080176. This case was first heard on 3/20/25 to comply by 7/17/25. Fine suspended as noted. One section complied at $100. Total accrued fines $12,500. The city is requesting to reduce to administrative costs of $1,098.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Paula Coutinho. I'm the project manager for Home Inc. LLC.
Okay.
Preston Mark, Bill Inspector for the city presenting case and address as read. This case has complied. The city is requesting that administrative fees of $1,098 be imposed. I will allow the respondent to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I wanted to say because we acquired the property towards the end of October last year. There was a previous owner that apparently had a contractor that passed away. So we already had a hearing scheduled whenever we acquired the property. We came to the hearing already working on the extension of the permit because it was for an expired permit, not extension, a renewal of the permit. So we did renew the permit in the beginning. So the hearing was November 20, I think. So in the beginning of December, we already had everything, all the permits renewed. By the way, this week we were approved at one of the inspections, a temporary for test for electrical. So we're working our way as fast as we can to have everything complied.
Well, for this particular case, what I have is that you're in compliance. I don't know if there's are there other cases pending?
Nope.
Yes, so, yeah, it's the only thing that we had. Now we're
Okay, you're in compliance is what they're telling
Yes,
me.
and
What
I
they're
wanted
looking to do is to waive the fine of $12,500 and recoup their administrative costs, which is $1,098. I'm inclined to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case, Inez on page 18, property address 1800 North Andrews Ave, owner Drake Tower Inc., Condo Association, case number BE 25060121. Notice posted at the property on 1/21/26, posted at 1 East Borough Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Good morning, sir. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning. Oscar Roman. I'm the property manager at Drake Tower.
Yes.
Good morning, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Leonardo Martinez. Case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180 days extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or fine of $100 a day thereafter.
According to the report from the engineer, these repairs are recommended in 3 to 5 years. Right now, we're in the process of the ELSS retrofit, so we're asking if we can get a longer extension on that.
No, 180 days is what's allowed per the FBC.
Okay.
I grant the extension for 180 days to do the improvements that were noted in the report. That would be August 18th, 2026, or it'll be a fine of $100 a day.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 21. Chief Martinez, property address 4010 Gulf Ocean Drive, owner Ocean Summit Association, Inc., case number BE 2508-0224. Notice delivered via personal service on 1/22/26. Notice posted at 1 East Royal Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Gabrielle Slick on behalf of the association.
Okay.
Good morning, Chief Martinez, representing the city. Case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180-day extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
That will be acceptable. to
Okay.
the
I'm
association.
going to find that the report was submitted. There's a report noted that there was improvements that need to be made. I'll grant 180 days to do that. That would be August 18th, or a fine of $100 a day. Good luck to you.
And do we have to reappear, Your Honor?
At the end of, if the time is not enough to complete the repairs, make sure that the engineer of record provide us with a letter requesting an extension. That letter has to have an issue permit and a state that the building is allowed for occupancy during the repairs.
Okay.
That can be done administratively if the letter's appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. May I
Thank
be
you.
excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 4. Inspector Andrew Gebbia, property address 1124 Southeast 8th Street, owner Chad C. Kelly, case number BE 2509-0021. Notice delivered via personal service on 1/23/26. Notice posted at 1 East Royal Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Morning.
Morning, how are you? Chad Kelly.
Andrew Gebbia, building inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. This case is not complied. The city is requesting the magistrate to find that the violations exist and to grant the property owner 119 days to come into compliance or a $50 a day fine thereafter. And the respondent is here to speak.
Yes.
Hi. So I had this work done in middle of 2023. I received my first violation notice shortly thereafter. In dealing with the previous inspector, we jumped through a bunch of hoops. In late January, I had a permit filed and accepted after the fact permit. I was told by the previous inspector that the work were good to go. And then I got another notice in middle of 25 about this expired permit. So in speaking with the inspector, I'm totally fine just extending it on. Hopefully we'll make this go away.
119 days.
119 days, sir, yes.
Yeah, that would be June 18th, 2026, or a
Great.
fine of $50 a day.
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck
All
to you.
Thank you very much.
Our next case is on page 32. Senior Inspector Jose Sergusi, property address 1209 North Andrews Ave, owner Dario Sankar, case number BE 24100197. This case was first heard on 8/21/25 to comply by 10/23/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $5,900, which continues to accrue.
Good morning, sir. State your name for the record, please.
Dario Sankar.
And you're, okay, you're the owner, right?
Yes, correct.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complied. I will let the respondent to speak.
I did perform the second part of the permit. That was, got some feedback from Permit Solutions this morning that said I need to resubmit that because it was a wrong permit pull for the fence. Once that's submitted, I could do that today, and then we could proceed with the inspection and go from there. So I'm just asking for an extension for that.
It's been 118 days, and you submitted today?
No, I submitted it last week on the 14th for the fence. It's a two-part permit.
much time do you need?
90
Any
days.
additional time?
We can help you, but listen, the case is from since 2024.
Correct.
Just for a fence?
It's a fence and kitchen
And plumbing.
renovation.
The
We can
plumbing
give
took a
you
while.
56 days to comply, but
This is the last extension,
Copy.
okay? I
No
want to
more.
note that for the record, even if I'm not here,
I got you.
okay?
Understood.
I'll extend the time to April 16th. Suspend the fines during that period of time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 21, Senior Inspector Preston Mark, property address 4394 North Federal Highway, owner Pinhurst Lane Holdings LLC, case number BE 25070055. Notice posted at the property on 12726, posted at 1 East Road Boulevard on 2526.
Good morning, ma'am. State
Hi,
your name
good
for the record, please.
Diana, good morning.
And what's your relationship to the owner?
I'm the district manager for the property.
Okay.
It's all right.
Yes.
Good morning. Chief Martinez, representing the city case and others as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter. I'm going to allow the respondent to speak.
So we've completed the report and I have it here. I'm just having an issue uploading it and I spoke to Marie and she's going to help me on trying to,
Give me 42 days then.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll find that the violation does exist. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Our next case is on page 27. Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 3193 Northwest 65th Drive, owner Natalie and Nelson L. DeLeon, case number BE 24110081. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
State your name for the record, please.
Nelson De Leon.
Okay.
Inspector Martinez updating case on behalf of the city, case number and address as read. This case is not in compliance. I'm going to let the respondent speak.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've been in contact with Mr. Martinez since we got this citation. I was actually out of the state. I was at another state living for 1 year. I came back and I started approaching this. I think it was beginning of this year. I started working with a contractor to submit all the paperwork. And we've had a little bit of kickback on more documents needed, which we have actually submitted them. And again, I've been in contact with the inspector and we're working on it. The last paper was received this week. And we're just waiting. It's under review right now, so we're just waiting for an extension.
The city won't oppose to a 56-day extension.
I'll extend the time for 56 days, which would be April 16th, 2026.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 15. Chief Martinez, property address 1165 Northwest 55th Street, owner 1163 Holdings LLC, case number BE 25070104. Notice posted at the property on 12/29/25, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard, 2526.
Morning.
Good morning. Mark Bruno, property owner.
Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Leonardo Martinez, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the request.
Okay. I'll find that the violation exists. The respondent will be given 42 days to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next case, Inspector Andrew Gebbia on page 4, property address 1713 Lauderdale Manor Drive, case number BE 25090066, owner Katiana and John David Elisant. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at Waynesboro Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Good morning. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning. My name is Katiana, and this is my father, Gene.
Okay.
Andrew Gebbia, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address is read. This property was cited for violation on the Florida Building Code 2023-105.1. Work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to the metal fence, concrete driveway, windows, doors, interior remodel, including bathrooms, kitchen, structural, electrical, plumbing, and mechanical. This case was opened on 9/8/2025. The inspection report was mailed on 9/9/2025. Special magistrate hearing was scheduled on 11/13/2025. On 9/8/2025, I was driving down Lauderdale Manor Road, conducting an inspection in the area when I observed this property. The property had a new concrete driveway on the north and south side of the property, new metal fence, front door and windows. Did some research and discovered that there's been interior renovations as well, new kitchen and bathrooms, electrical panel, plumbing for kitchen and mechanical work. There were no permits on record for any of this work. I have spoken to Katiana. I informed her about everything. We've been in contact a handful of times, many times actually. She always updates me on everything. So I'm requesting the special magistrate to find that the violations exist and to grant the property owner 147 days to come into compliance or $50 a day thereafter. And they are here to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. Been helping us a lot because we're like first-time homeowners, and we was under impression that the lien, there was no violation under the house, and then we came to find out after. So we've been in compliance with the previous owner, and we've been compliant.
They're looking to give you 147 days, which would be July 16th, to come into compliance or a fine. What was the fine amount? 50 or 100?
Yeah.
$50 a day. You want an order to reappear?
No.
Okay. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Our next case is on page 16, Chief Martinez, property address 1400 Northeast 54th Street, owner Coral Point Condo FTL, case number BE 25060119. Notice posted at the property on 1/22/26, posted at Waynesboro Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Which state your name for the record, please?
Khalil Martin on behalf of the association.
Okay.
Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Leonardo Martinez, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
So I talked with my clients. They completed the structural integrity reserve study. They had the structural safety inspection and the electrical safety inspection. They just didn't submit it. They're all volunteers, so they weren't aware of that. I also need to get the engineer out for the reinspection. They did all the work that he asked them to do. I have permits for that. That was already finalized. So if we could please just get 90 days for the reinspection to submit everything, that's all that we're asking for, please.
No, I think it's set
No,
out.
I believe, yeah, the 42 days is
It's the max.
should be suffice. Yeah.
So the timeframes are promulgated by the Board of Rules and Appeals from Broward County, and certainly post Surfside. The county regularly audits all of the cities in Broward County, so we have to kind of stay to those time frames.
Understood.
I mean, there's been two time frames with these cases.
Yes.
There's either been 42 days to get these ordered, the report submitted, or 100, I think it was 119. 180 to do the improvements if there was something required by the report. So it's the Board of Rules and Appeals gives us this direction. I'm going to comply with that and give you 42 days, which would be April 2nd.
All
Or
right.
a fine of $100 a day.
Okay. Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Moving to page 26, Inspector Andrew Gebbia, property address 2406 Gulfstream Lane, owner LMGA Investment Group LLC, case number BE 24080017. This case was first heard on 5/15/25 to comply by 9/18/25. Fine suspended is noted. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
You state your name for the record, please.
Good morning. My name is Alan Gonzalez, the owner of the property.
Okay.
Andrew Gebbia, Building Inspector for the city, presenting cases and addresses read. I just found out this morning that his permit was issued and this case has complied.
Oh, okay. There you go. You complied.
Yeah, that's
finally.
fine.
It's been
So
a
he's
year,
gonna have
sir.
to.
Sorry. Going
All right.
back and forth with the runner, the architect.
Yeah, we're going.
All right. You complied. Good luck.
But we have to address the fines. It's
Well,
compliant, but they're fines.
We could, I request that we drop the fines to administrative costs.
Do you know what they are?
I do not. We're gonna, yeah.
We want to table this to figure them out. Would you be able to figure them out here this morning? Or not? Or if you, I'll just issue an order that imposes administrative costs. You'll have to find out what they are. Do you have some sense of how much they are?
Yeah,
sure.
let's table it, so
Sure.
that way you can have some certainty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's table it. Okay, what's next?
I assume you all don't have a power of attorney. That's why you didn't sign in. Did you sign in? I'm sorry, but you weren't able to sign in because you don't have a power of attorney? They did? I don't have anyone else. As far as I know, I
we
didn't
can
skip
hear
anyone.
the case.
No, he has one, I think.
He does have one?
Only power line I have is 6245 Power Line Road. Can I have the address, please? What page? 24? Okay. Let's note it's not on the sign-in sheet. Our next case is on page 24. Property address 6767 Power Line Road. Chief Martinez, owner, Viking BC Inc., case number BE 2506-0250. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at 1 East Road Boulevard on 25/26. My apologies, sir.
Hi, good morning.
State your name for the record, please.
Samer Albendatsky,
And what's your relationship to the owner?
owner.
You are the owner, okay. Yes.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
That's what I need. Is everything done, but the final paper will be tomorrow.
Great.
They're looking for, they're going to give 42 days, which is what we've routinely
Perfect.
done
I
this
don't need
morning.
the
That would
42.
be April 2nd, or a fine of
April
$100 a
2nd.
day.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, did you sign in?
Yeah, I didn't have a notarized letter from.
Okay. Okay. What's the address?
200 Southwest 6th Street.
Page 12.
12? Okay. Your Honor, if you don't mind, I'll just call that so we can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we got notice, we can hear it.
Page, yeah, unfortunately, your testimony won't have any bearings on it. Okay. On page 12, Chief Martinez, property address 200 Southwest 6th Street, owner John Coley Ritter Irrevocable Trust, case number BE 2506-0165, notice posted at the property on 1/9/26, posted at 1 East Road Boulevard on 2/5/26.
What's your name?
My name is Rafael Ramirez. I am the general manager and I run day-to-day business operations for the trust and Jimmy.
Let me hear from the city.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180-day extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that the report has been submitted and indicated repairs are needed. I'll grant an extension of 180 days, which would be August 18th, 2026, for a fine of $100 a day.
Thank you very
Good luck
much.
to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What do you guys want to do?
Yes, we have it. Recalling the case on page 26, 2406 Gulfstream Lane. The administrative cost is $1,005.
All right, I'll impose the administrative costs. Thank you. Good luck to you. Thanks a lot. All right, you guys want to take a break or you want to
Yes,
keep going?
please.
Okay.
5 minutes, please.
Okay, that's fine. That's noted for the
Thank you for all your patience. Page 1, Inspector Linda Holloway, property address 617 Southwest 5th Ave, case number BE 2506-0227. Notice posted at the owner, James Nicholas Moxie. Owner, notice posted at the property on 1926, posted at 1 East Road Boulevard, 2526.
Good morning, Inspector Holloway. On behalf of the city, presenting case BE 25060227, property address 617 Southwest 5th Avenue. The property was inspected on July 1st, 2025, and the following violation was observed as depicted in the photos. 9-1D, any violation of the Florida Building Code shall be a violation of this section and punishable as provided for in this section. There is construction work at this property that was started or completed without first obtaining the required permits, consisting of but not limited to a wood fence. An inspection report was mailed to the owner on Broward County Property Appraiser's website. On July 31st, 2025, permit application BLD-GEN-25070706 was submitted. I spoke with the owner, Nicholas Moxie, via the telephone on February 17th. The city is requesting 119 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice. Sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given 119 days to June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Property address 1334 Northwest 8th Street, case number BE 251-00160. Owner, Housing Authority of the City of Fort Lauderdale. Notice posted at the property on 1226, posted at 1 East Road Boulevard, 2526.
Thank you. Inspector Linda Holloway, on behalf of the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case BE 251-00160, property address 1334 Southwest 8th Street. The violation was observed per the following violation was observed per BSI online tracking website on October 15th, 2025. Violation section 28-155 A through F, the existing fire backflow prevention device has not been tested for the subsequent recertification as per City of Fort Lauderdale Municipal Code of Ordinances, device number CCN 3E29-N8TS. A final notice was mailed to the owner listed on Broward County Property Appraiser's website on October 15, 2025. I've had no contact from a representative regarding this case. A pre-hearing check of BSI online tracking on February 17, 2026 shows that the violation remains. The city is requesting 42 days or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice. Sworn testimony of the city is uncontested. The violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or a fine of, what was the fine amount?
The fine amount is going to be $50 per day.
$50 a day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Page 2, Senior Inspector Alexander Boris, property address 221 Southwest 1st Ave, CU 107. Case number BE 251-00178. Owner PMG Graybrook Riverfront LLC. Notice posted at the property on 1926, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case number and address is read. That requires inspections related to this permit were not scheduled and the permit was left to expire. City is requesting for the magistrate to find that violation exists and to grant the property owner 119 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
Is that 182 or 119?
119.
Okay. Or a fine of what?
$50 per day thereafter.
What's a vanilla box? Is that the name of the restaurant? Or
No. The name of it's an empty space. Tenant typically they go in and they build out. So the permit is issued for first the building is constructed and there's a shell building, and then the tenant comes in and as the different tenants rent out, they get a separate permit to design the place for what the use is going to do.
It's a term used in the industry to state that the space is empty
and the tenant hasn't been determined yet.
All right, thanks. I haven't heard that term. So, anyway, all right, I'll find that the violation exists. The respondent will be given 119 days to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Property address 1045 Northwest Fifth Ave, case number BE 251-00204, owner Yeveline Dargenson. Notice posted at the property on 1/2/26, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard, 2526.
Alexander Alvarez, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case number and address as read. The required inspections related to this permit were not completed and the permit was left to expire. City is requesting for the magistrate to find that the violation exists and to grant the property owner 119 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day. To the police officer that's leaving, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it? Oh, okay. Page 3, Inspector Severian Ionescu, property address 1555 North Federal Highway, owner 1555 Federal Highway, owner LLC, case number BE 25090142. Notice delivered via personal service on 1/26/26. Notice posted at 1 East Broward Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Severian Ionescu, Building Inspector for the city, presenting the case and address as read. This case is for an expired permit. This case has not complied. The city is requesting for the magistrate to allow a 119 days extension or $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Page 4 at the top, Inspector Andrew Gebbia, property address 801 North Federal Highway, owner ACS Flagler LLC, case number BE 251-00134. Notice posted at the property on 1/23/26, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Andrew Gebbia, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. This case is not complied. The city is requesting the magistrate to find that the violations exist and to grant the property owner 119 days to come into compliance or $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 5, Senior Inspector Jorge Martinez, property address 300 Southwest 6th Street, owner Ace Real Estate Group LLC, case number BE 2508-0183. Notice posted at the property on 1/9/26, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This property was cited for violation of the FBC 2023-105.1, work without permits for asphalts in swell to enlarge driveway. Also for the violation 4720.20.1 for changing the striping configuration of the parking space without a permit. The city will request 119 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Page 5, property address 2433 Sea Island Drive, owner Gene Martindale, case number BE 2506-0154. Notice posted at the property on 1/21/26, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Inspector Martinez, on behalf of the city, presenting case as read. This property was cited for violation of the FBC 2023-105.1, work without permits for a new wood deck dock. The city will request 119 days to comply or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. It's a single-family home or multifamily?
No, single family.
The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Moving on to nope, not page 6, page 7. Property address 936 Intracoastal Drive, 22C. Case number BE 251-00307. Owner Alejandro Amaya Arias. Notice posted at the property on 12626, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, presenting the case as read. The property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2023, Section 105.1, for sewer line replacement from shower and toilet. The case was opened in October 28, 2025. Inspection report was made on November 13, 2025, scheduled for a hearing January 16, 2025. There are plumbing permit in process. We are asking the magistrate to find the violation exists and to grant the property owner 91 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city is uncontested, the violation exists. The respondent will be given until May 21st to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Moving on to page 8, property address 1324 Northwest 5th Ave, case number BE 2508-0212. Owner Sasinerin Ishwa Jr. Notice posted at the property on 1226, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Saragusti, on behalf of the city, presenting the case as read. The building is unfit for human habitation under City Ordinance 9-259 for covered patio area, and the property was cited for work without permit under Florida Building Code 2023, Section 105.1 for walls demolished, 2 doors replaced, and re-roof flat, and 1 shed. The case was opened in August 27, 2025. Inspection report was made on August 28, 2025, and notice of hearing posted on the property on November 4, 2025. There are permits in process. We are asking the magistrate to find the violation exists and to grant the property owner 56 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice, sworn testimony of the city is uncontested, that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until April 16th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to page 9, property address 100 Hendricks Isle, owner James G. Mueller, case number BE 251-00319. Notice posted at the property on 12226, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Bill Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case was cited for violation Florida Building Code 2023-105.1. This building was illegally altered and construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: the installation of a boat lift without permits. Case was opened 10/30/2025. Inspection report mailed 11/3/2025, and special magistrate notice mailed 11/25/2025. There are currently permits in process and awaiting corrections. The city is requesting that the find that the violation exists and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
Have you heard from them?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right, I'm going to find that there is notice, sworn testimony, the city's uncontested. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Property address 102 Hendricks Isle, owner Daniel Kreninger, case number BE 251-00320. Notice posted at the property on 12226, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
This is an adjoining property. Preston Mark, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. Violation is the same, Florida Building Code 2023-105.1. The building was illegally altered and the construction work illegally performed without obtaining the required permits in the following manner, but not limited to: the installation of a boat lift without permit. Case was opened 10/30/2025. Inspection report mailed 11/3/2025, and special magistrate notice mailed 11/25/2025. Permits are in process for the installation of the boat lift. The magistrate, the city, is requesting that the magistrate find that the violation exists and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or fine of $50 a day thereafter.
Are these two boat lifts next to each other, the
Yeah.
same boat lift? Okay. All right, I'll find that there's no sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 a day.
Page 10, property address 540 Northeast 11th Ave, owner 540 Northeast 11 Group LLC, case number BE 2509-0229. Notice posted at the property on 12626, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case is not in compliance. The city is requesting that the magistrate find that a violation exists and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city's uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until June 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Property address 1632 Northwest 9th Ave, case number BE 24110108, owner BNC Mortgage Loan Trust 2007-4 in care of PHH MTG Corp. And all others. Notice posted at the property on 1226, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. This case was cited for violation under Florida Building Code 2023 116.1.1, building or structures that, in the opinion of the building official, has become unsafe or which have been substantially damaged or otherwise shall be deemed unsafe and shall require a permit to be demolished or bring into compliance with the applicable codes. This case was opened 11/18/2024. Inspection report mailed 11/18/2024, and special magistrate notice mailed 12/30/2025. During my on-call assignment, I was contacted by the fire department, Inspector Jackson, regarding a fire at the above-mentioned property. During my inspection, I observed that the building did experience substantial damage, and there were also possibility of homeless people squatting at this home. The property was posted as unsafe and thereafter boarded up under case number BE 24110090. I was recently contacted by the representative of Alta Source Solutions mortgage holder for an update regarding the status of this case. However, today I have no indication of any permits being pulled to rehab the property. The city is requesting that the magistrate find that the violation exists and grant the property owner 60 days to come in compliance and to apply for the required permits to restore the property to meet minimum living standards or demo the building once permits are issued. If not complied within 60 days, the city will demolish the building at the owner's expense, including all city costs related to this matter.
I'm just curious, does Fort Lauderdale use an unsafe structure board?
We do not.
Okay, so it's handled here, basically?
Yes, sir.
And the building official has determined that the building is unsafe, is that correct? Correct. Okay. Okay. You want to get...
So
you're not looking to have it come back, I don't believe. You don't think you're looking for an order to reappear, or are you?
No.
No.
No. So, okay, 60 days is a little bit different than what we've been using. I'm okay with it if that's what you want to do. You okay with 60 days? All right. And you have heard from them, right?
I've heard from the mortgage holder.
The mortgage holder. Okay. So just give me a second here. So if they were to apply for permits to repair it, that would stave off the demolition? So they got to do one or the other, either apply for permits or...
You turn your mic on in for the,
I
thank you.
apologize. Joe Pasquarello, Assistant Building Official. We would certainly support an extension if we see that there's progress.
Who grants the extension? Does it come here, or
Yes.
is it done administratively?
No, it would come here. It would come before you.
Okay. All right, and I know I'm being repetitious here, I'm just trying to, so basically their option is they're either going to submit for permits, if they were to comply this out, they would submit for permits to either repair the building or they get a demo permit to take it down.
Correct.
And if they don't do anything, there's a fine of $100 a day, right?
So,
No?
No, it would.
No, you guys are going to take it down.
Right. The request would be for, if it doesn't come into compliance on the due date, that we would move forward with contacting our vendor to go and demolish.
Generally, how long is there a time between the compliance date and when you actually demo the property?
I would say probably 3 to 4 months, because we initiate the contact with our vendor. Our vendor goes out there, assesses the size of the property and the cost, and then that we would approve the cost, and then the vendor would now have to go through the process of obtaining a permit like any other person would, which could take a month or two, because there's elements involved where they have to contact FP&L to cut the power and cap off the sewer line. So that process might take an additional 60 days.
Okay, thanks. I'm just curious how it worked.
Yep.
All right, I'll find that there's notice. I'll accept the recommendation that or the determination that the building is substantially damaged, is unsafe, and the respondent will either have to repair the building or apply for a demo permit. The respondent will be given 60 days to do that. That would be 21st of April? 20th of April. And there's no fine imposed, or is there?
no, it's then the additional
Or then
relief.
the city's authorized to take the steps necessary to remedy the violation. If that includes demolition, so be it. That okay with that? Yes. Okay. That's what the order's going to say. Thank you.
Our next case is on page 11, property address 4280 Gulf Ocean Drive, 23B. Owner, Robert Gill, sorry, Patricia Ann Brania, homestead exempted, Robert Gill, case number BE 251-00285. Notice posted at the property on 12226, posted at 1 Eastborough Boulevard on 2526.
Preston Mark, Building Inspector for the city, presenting case and address as read. There are expired permits related to this property as stated in today's agenda. The case is not complied. The city is requesting that the magistrate find that the violations exist and grant the property owner 119 days to come in compliance or fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's no sworn testimony. The city's uncontested. The order has been complied with. I grant the respondent until June 18th to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Okay. Moving on to page 12, Chief Martinez, property address 25 Hendricks Isle. Owner, Reflections of Las Olas Condo Association, case number BE 2506-0097. Notice posted at the property on 12226, posted at 1 Eastborough Boulevard on 2526.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Chief Martinez representing the city. Case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that the order, the required report has not been submitted. The respondent will be given 42 days to come into compliance, which would be April 2nd, or a fine of $100 a day.
Property address 70 Isle of Venice Drive. Owner, Villa Contessa Condo Association. Case number BE 2506-0083. Notice posted at the property on 12226. Posted at 1 Eastborough Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city. Case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day, $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find there's no sworn testimony. The city is uncontested. The order that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Page 13, property address 300 Southeast 2nd Street, 2. Owner Franklin Templeton Companies, LLC. Case number BE 2506-0103. Notice posted at the property on 12326, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez. Case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180 days extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. I'll note for the record that the report was submitted, but there's improvements that need to be constructed. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Property address 623 Bayshore Drive, owner 623 Bayshore Drive LLC, case number BE 25050098. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez. Case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report within the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 14, property address 708 West McNabb Road, owner Yelvington Fort Lauderdale LLC, case number BE 25070002. Notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez. Case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180 days extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Property address 820 Northeast 14th Ave, owner St. Demetrios Greek Orthodox Church of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Inc., case number BE 25070120. Notice posted at the property on 12626, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr., representing on behalf of Chief Martinez. Case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report within the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 15, property address 829 Northeast 1st Ave, owner Antonio L. Curotolo, Revocable Livable Trust, Maria V. Curotolo, case number BE 25060158. Notice posted at the property on 12326, posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
We did that one, Tasha. We didn't do that one? We did that one? You sure?
No. Yeah.
No?
Mm-mm.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of the city and Chief Martinez, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting a report in the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
Find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Page 16, property address 1300 North Federal Highway, owner Greco Motors LLC, Metro Motors Ventures, Inc., case number BE 25060160. Notice delivered via personal service on 12626. Notice posted at 1 East Broad Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting a report within the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there is notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Page 17 at the bottom, property address 1740 Northeast 51st Street, Case number BE 25070046, owner Coral Ridge Isles Properties, LLC. Notice posted at the property on 12726, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez, case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180 days extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice. The record reflects the required report has been submitted. There's repairs that need to be made. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 18, at the bottom, property address 2009 Southeast 10th Ave, owner Village East Condo Association, Inc., case number BE 25060098, notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of Chief Martinez, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report within the next 42 days or a fine of $100 a day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 19, property address 2720 Northeast 15th Street, owner Rio Villa of Coral Ridge Condo Association, case number BE 25060080. Notice posted at the property on 12126, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180-day extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or fines $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there is notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Bottom of page 19, property address 2841 Northeast 33rd Court, case number BE 25060133, owner Barclay Square Condo Association, Inc. Notice posted at the property on 12626, notice posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
Find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd or face fine of $100 a day.
Page 20 at the top, property address 3125 West Commercial Boulevard, case number BE 25060140, owner MYP Lakeshore LLC, Estron Lakeshore LLC, and all others. Notice posted at the property on 12/29/25, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fine of $100 per day thereafter.
I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Page 21 at the top, property address 3900 Gulf Ocean Drive, owner Playa del Mar Association, Inc., case number BE 25060124. Notice delivered via personal service on 12226. Notice posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180-day extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
Okay. Page 22, property address 5501 Northwest 9th Ave, owner Lambert Property LLC, case number BE 25070102. Notice posted at the property on 12/29/25, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2526.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
Find that there is notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face fine of $100 a day.
At the bottom of page 22, property address 5850 Northwest 9th Ave, owner, Partners Preferred, Yield 2 Inc., Department PT-FL-23215, case number BE 25070032, notice posted at the property on 12/29/25, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The required safety inspection report has not been completed. The city is asking for the owner to come into compliance by submitting the report in the next 42 days or fines of $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given to April 2nd to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 23, at the top, property address 6245. We did?
Did we do
Okay,
that one? I think we
okay.
did that.
Okay, at the bottom, property address 6400 Northwest 31st Ave, owner New Hope Community Church, Inc., case number BE 25060246, notice posted at the property on 12/30/25, posted at 1 Eastboro Boulevard on 2/5/26.
Chief Martinez representing the city, case and address as read. The report was submitted, but repairs are required. The city is requesting 180-day extension for the owner to complete the repairs and submit a new report of fines of $100 per day thereafter.
All right, I'll find that there's notice sworn testimony of the city is uncontested that the violation exists. The respondent will be given until August 18th to come into compliance or face a fine of $100 a day.
Moving on to page 25.
Top.
We did that one on 24. 25. Yeah, the top is closed. Property address 1524 Southeast 13th Street, owner 1524 Southeast 13th Street, LLC. Case number BE 25080125. This case was first heard on 10/16/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $500. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $45,000, which continues to accrue.
Severian Ionescu, Building Inspector for the city. This case is for an expired permit. The case is not complied. The city is requesting the magistrate to impose fees.
Okay, I'll find that there's notice under Massey versus Charlotte County, and I'll impose the fines.
Property address 2637 Okeechobee Lane, case number BE 23120177, owner Yelena Gemeslian. This case was first heard on 7/18/24 to comply by 9/19/24. Fines suspended as noted. One section complied at $50. Total accrued fines $21,300. The city is requesting to reduce to administrative costs of $1,497.
All right, I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County. I accept the city's recommendation to reduce the fine amount to $1,497, which is the administrative cost.
Thank you. Page 26, at the bottom, property address 832 Northeast 16th Terrace, case number BE 24040169, owner J51 LLC. This case was first heard on 4/17/25 to comply by 8/21/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $9,050, which continues to accrue.
All right, I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County. I'll impose the fine.
Page 28, property address 2301 Southeast 17th Street, case number CE 15091654. Owner trust number P66-2020, P66 Land Trust LLC trustee. This case was first heard on 4/21/16 to comply by 10/18/16. One section complied at $100. Total accrued fines $226,200. The city is requesting to vacate the order imposing fine of 11/20/25 and reimpose to administrative cost of $1,275.
All right, why was it vacated? Do we know?
I'm sorry?
Why was it vacated?
Leo?
Why was it vacated, the order?
I think this appears 66, isn't it? 2301 Southeast 17th
2301
Street?
Southeast 7, yeah.
Yeah, they comply shortly after that we impose the fines and then we give them the credit.
You know, this is obviously the property where Pier 66 was under extensive renovations.
Yes.
So it would never come into compliance until those extensive renovations came into compliance. There must have been a gap in time where an extension was not applied for.
Okay.
So we don't want to penalize them. They were extremely cooperative, and
Right.
we know the result of Pier 66.
Right. I'll vacate the order. I'll reimpose the fine amount, which would be reduced to administrative costs, which is $1,275.
At the bottom of page 28, property address 3200 North Ocean Boulevard, owner La Hermitage 2 Condo Association, Inc., case number BE 23080248. Did we listen to this
I think we did that one, didn't we?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, scratch that one. Page 29, property address 3381 Southwest 11th Ave. Owner, David William Hunter Jr., Lyle Boyer Real Estate Trust, and all others. Case number BE 24070196. This case was first heard on 2/2025 to comply by 4/3/25. One section not complied at $100. Total, the city is requesting to impose the full amount of $13,800, which continues to accrue.
And I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County, and I'll accept the recommendation to impose the fine.
Page 30 in the middle, property address 1230 Southwest 28th Street, case number BE 24080256. Owner, Ruben B. Figueroa, homestead exempted, Andrea Figueroa de Leon, and all others. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section complied at $50. Total accrued fines $2,800. The city is requesting to reduce to administrative costs of $1,038.
All right, I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County. Accept the city's recommendation reduced to administrative costs is $1,038.
Page 31, property address 244. I think we did that one. Yes. Okay. Page 31, property address 255 Southwest 24th Street. Owner, McDonald's Family Properties, LLC. Case number BE 25020239. This case was first heard on 9/18/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $100. City is requesting to impose the full amount of $9,000, which continues to accrue.
I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County. Accept the city's recommendation to impose the fine.
Property address 444 Hendricks Isle 402. Owner, Troy Douglas Ballard. Case number BE 25010120. This case was first heard on 8/21/25 to comply by 10/23/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $5,900, which continues to accrue.
Jose Saragusti, building inspector for the city, presenting the case number as read. The case is not complied. I received the constructor this morning. He doesn't have the authorization to speak, but he applied for the renewal of the permit. For that, the city requests 56 days extension.
All right, I'll find that there's notice. I'll accept the city's recommendation that time for compliance be extended to April 16th. I'll suspend the fines during that period of time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Page 32, property address 1462 Southwest 18th Terrace. Case number BE 24120047. Owner, Tyler James Kite. This case was first heard on 7/17/25 to comply by 11/20/25. One section not complied at $50. The city is requesting to impose the full amount of $4,500, which continues to accrue.
I'll find that there's notice in accordance with Massey versus Charlotte County. Accept the city's recommendation to impose the fine.
At this time, Your Honor, we would like to have all the cases that are listed on page 34 into the record as closed or withdrawn.
All right, noted. So done.
Okay.
So ordered.
Thank you. And
Anything else? All right, thanks, everybody.
And this concludes our February 19, 2026 Special Magistrate
Thank you, Rhonda.
hearing for the Building Division.
Yeah, it did. We do. So, Diane, I think it'll be...